We've got New Riff. We've got Perdomo Lot 23. Something About Mary. Austin Powers and Goldmember. Welcome to Sticks and Spirits. I actually said it right. So that's good. Welcome back to Sticks and Spirits. Today we're doing our next matchup and still in our round of 16. We started at 32. And we're going to be drinking New Riff whiskey. New Riff gets its name because it's a new riff off of an old classic legend. So that's how I named it. It was founded in 2014, I guess, by a gentleman named Ken Lewis, who ran a very, very big liquor store down there in Kentucky. And he built the New Riff distillery across the parking lot in 2014. Now, one of the things everyone likes about Kentucky whiskey is the limestone water. But a lot of distilleries now actually just get their water from the public source. He had an aquifer underneath the distillery, and he pulls real limestone water right up into his distillery. This is a single barrel, and it is non-chill filtered. You want to go a little geeky? You want to know what non-chill filtered means?
What is non-filled chiltered, Tim?
So what happens when you do a whiskey? It's got, after it's been distilled, it's got fatty acids, proteins, and esters. And if you cool the whiskey down, you can pull those out, and you get a clearer whiskey that doesn't get cloudy, especially at lower temperatures. But non-chilled filtered retains all of those things, and you get a truer mouthfeel and a different viscosity to it. And so this is non-chill filtered because they wanted to do it in the old-fashioned way and leave all those things in, make it all natural. It's 65% corn, 30% rye, 5% malted barley. 30% is really high. Typically, even a high rye bourbon is 10 to 25%. But you do have Four Roses has one. Remember we talked last time, they have 4 mash bills. One of their mash bills is 36% rye, and MGP, which is a sorcerer, that also owns Penelope now, has one at 35% rye. So, let's see. You see extra viscosity on this? Non-chill filtered. That thing's thick.
Non-filled chiltered?
Non-filled filtered. That's the one.
Smell the rye.
Gotta get more. I can smell the 20 a little bit.
Get some butterscotch. Right on the edges. And you can definitely, I can smell rice spices for sure.
It's spicy.
Yeah, still the same.
It's 100. Oh, so each bottle, the single barrel. So you have to look at the bottle to find out what the proof is, because they put it in barrel proof. So it is. We haven't done a high one in a while, boys. 115.9.
It does not taste like 100.
No, it doesn't.
And by the way, for a single barrel, these go for $52, $53.
Yep, they're not bad.
So not a bad price point. Let's give it a try. You guys already started, but let's go ahead.
It's good. You can definitely taste the sweetness, little caramelly or butterscotchy, but you can definitely taste.
Yeah,
there is some good sweetness for such a high
and little burn, such a high.
it's an interesting burn though. It's not
a little clove.
High back of your throat.
Yeah.
Burn.
Good finish.
That's possible. Very good
A
finish.
very good finish. And I don't know if that's because of the chill filter and I got fatty acids and esters stuck in my tongue. I don't know. But so what do you think? So
I'm still processing. I mean, it's I'm getting everything you guys are talking about, but I'm just kind of letting it come through. I don't know.
and doing all of the notes, what's your overall impression? Do you like it?
Yeah, I actually, for the first time having this is a very nice bourbon. I do like it a lot.
I like this bourbon, but I've found that it probably makes, for me, it makes one of the best Manhattans or old fashions.
So I like putting rise or high rye bourbons in Manhattans. You and I are on the same page there. And even though there's some sweetness in this, you further weed it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to drink it neat or with a cube.
Yep.
So that makes sense. And this does make a really good Manhattan and old fashioned.
Some milk.
I want to talk a little about this cigar. This is the Perdomo Lot 23. And since we started Geeky with Chill Filled, the history of this particular tobacco factory is kind of fascinating. So about 17 miles southwest of Havana, Silvio Perdomo, which is Nick Perdomo's grandfather, was born and raised. and he went into the industry as a young man in the 30s. And then he started working there until 1945. He worked at H. Upman, which is an English name, but they were outsourcing their cigars to Cuba, which was pretty common at the time. He left Upman and became a general manager at Partagas. He was there until 1959. And Silvio Perdomo's son, Nick Sr., followed his father's footsteps in Cuba, and then he joined his father as an executive at Partagas. But following the Cuban Revolution, not only were they both anti-Cuban or anti-Castro, but if you remember, so many of them just left and went to the Dominican Republic and built their factories. These guys fought with the guerrillas against Fidel Castro and were imprisoned for 12 years. And then finally was able to emigrate to the United States in 1974. So Nick Sr., who was very good cigar maker, staunch anti-communist and stood for what he believed in, became a janitor for $11 an hour. $11 a week, I'm sorry, for $11 a week. His son in 1976, Nick Jr., who had been in the Navy as an air traffic controller and started as an air traffic controller out of the Navy in Washington, decided he wanted to go into the business. And they started a company in Miami. Over time, they got very successful, and now they've got their headquarters in Miami. They've got a huge manufacturing place in Esteli, Nicaragua, the second largest manufacturing place in Nicaragua. And they're what we call vertically integrated. They grow their own tobacco. They roll their own cigars. They age their own cigars. They box their own cigars. They brand their own cigars. They do everything by themselves. They have 4 farms in Esteli and Jalapa. I didn't say that right. It's probably Jalapa, but I'm not Cuban. So really cool. Now, this particular cigar that we've chosen for today is the Perdomo Lot 23, and that's a picture. I'll put it as a picture for you guys to see it. That's a picture of their factory in this. And it's really interesting because it is made, the reason it's called Lot 23 is all of it is made on the same lot of land. The binder, the wrapper, the filler are all grown in Lot 23. They have different versions that may have different wrappers. They have a Connecticut, where they've got a Connecticut shade wrapper, but this particular sun-grown.
Okay.
And so the sun-grown wrapper is a very good mouthfeel. They take the higher primings, so that it sees more sun, and that's where they wrap it with, as opposed to the sun-grown, which are very light, which they're shade-grown, which are very light and actually grow under either cheesecloth or in greenhouses. This is grown in the sun. It gets you a richer flavor, kind of a thicker consistency. Go ahead and light this up. So let's see how we like this cigar.
I'm smelling it. It doesn't smell really like earthy or anything like that, but I can't put what the smell is.
Tell me if it's any nuttiness to it for you.
Yeah. Okay, I can get that then. But it's like not. I don't get leathery or earthy. Maybe a little leathery. Smells really good though.
And I smell cedar. It could be the box it was in.
Mm-hmm.
These go.
What's the price point?
These go, by the way, for $6 to $8.
Oh, okay. So good price point.
Very good price point. Kind of more of a medium feel off the initial.
It's definitely a medium. Not only because you tasted it, good pickup, but they advertise it as a medium.
Yeah.
But I've had it many times. It's just a good smoke.
Good flavor. This one.
And I picked it because this is good. This is your high rise, going to have some spice. This is a little more medium. This would be a contrasting pairing as opposed to complementary that, one offsets the other. And that's not just about, talking about them both. It is about trying them and see how the pairing is as well.
It's funny because the smell is completely different from the taste on the cigar. It's like the taste is like very leathery and earthy, but the smell is not there.
All right, do something for me. Take a puff, try to hold the smoke in, and then take a sip right on top of it.
I just did it. That changes the flavor profile for me. I wasn't blown away by the new riff, just off the
That's interesting.
I just boned.
pour.
That's not what I meant to do.
You can't take this guy anywhere.
That's nice.
But it did change the flavor profile of the bourbon.
Yeah, I get more caramel.
Oh, yes. And I really like that.
Yeah, it kind of smoothed it out a little bit
Oh.
and just kind of gave it a different flavor profile.
Now, this is so. Some of you, you've not had the new riff before. You've
No,
not had the new
I've
riff
not.
before. You've not. I've had it many times. It's. I really enjoy new riff, and I like the single barrel a great deal. I agree. You know, I don't like putting a lot of single barrels in cocktails because they're expensive, but $50. I mean, that makes it. You know, that's not a bad price point for that. Who's not had the Lot 23 before?
I don't know that I have.
I don't think I have. Not that I remember.
Yeah.
I would have had it with you if I had.
Yeah. So no, I just bought I bought a box because I hadn't had a box in a while. I bought a box because I remembered how much I enjoyed them, and we hadn't done a Perdomo.
Yep.
And that's a shame because Perdomo is a great manufacturer. By the way, we've held some episodes back because of summer vacation and events and things like that. So you're going to see this after kind of fall is over, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But this is our last, I'm sure, our last outdoor podcast for the year. We're going to go back inside in a couple of weeks after my vacation.
Yeah.
Let's get into our movies. We've got Austin Powers in Goldmember, and we've got something about Mirror. What do you guys want to start?
You're the Goldmember
Aficionado.
aficionado.
Listen, I don't know that Goldmember is going to win today, and certainly I don't know if it's going to win the thing, but it is one of my and my kids' favorite movies of all time. But I will say this. I watched it again, which is now like the third time I've watched it in the last 6 months. And I don't know how many comedies you can watch that often, beginning to end, without going, oh yeah, I've seen this, which is how I was feeling it. But I'm always blown away by the beginning.
Yep.
When, you know, they come in with a helicopter and you don't see Austin Powers' face. Because I remember when I went to the theater, I was so excited. And I think I shared this last time, but I'm going to do it. I went to the theater. I was so excited to see Austin Powers 3 because 1 and 2 were so damn good. And it looks like a James Bond movie. And I am getting actively aggravated in theater because they're ruining it because they turn it into a regular action movie. But all of a sudden, the boots land after the flip-flop shooting and helicopters and explosions. And it's Tom Cruise who says, yeah, baby, yeah. And then Gwyneth Paltrow as Dixie Normus.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Spacey, who's still doing movies then, as Dr. Evil. And Danny DeVito as Mini-Me.
Right.
That's as good a comedy opening. In my mind,
It is a great opening.
Because you'd expect it.
Right.
No,
Right,
not
I'll
at
give
all.
you
You
that.
definitely respect it.
And, you know, anyway, I love the movie. I don't know. I loved it.
I like the Austin Powers movies. I like Goldmember, but I'm on that fence of I can't watch it anymore. I just can't.
Can we give props? Because we talked a little bit about after this, we might do trilogies.
Yeah.
How many movies would you put in any bracket where the favorite one is the third one?
Off the top of my head, I mean, you're popping. I'm probably not very many.
Many.
I give you one other one because it just came to my head. So like Godfather, you could possibly say 2 is better than 3, maybe, but 3 is horrible. 2 is better than 1, I mean, but 3 is horrible. But how about Deadpool because of Wolverine? And maybe that was the best.
Oh, that was a good one.
So maybe that's the other one. But
Sure.
anyway,
All right.
yes, third one, the third of a trilogy, and it's in as our favorite one. But let's go on to if no one else has anything else to say about my favorite movie.
No, it is a good movie. It makes me laugh at points. But again, it's me and Austin Powers and you and Austin Powers are 2 different sides of it. Like I like it, but it's not one of my all-time favorites. I still quote a lot of it. It's funny. I'll laugh at parts of it, but I won't watch it from start to finish anymore. It'll be parts here, parts there.
It's fair.
To me, it gets old. The comedy gets old in Austin Powers. Again, it's funny. I enjoy it, but
I mean, I want to say it's not true, but I just kind of said that it did for me, right?
Yeah.
right.
All right, something about Mary.
I mean, honestly, you can say a lot about the same thing. Like trying to watch that one from start to finish after watching it so many times over the years can get a little long in the tooth, if you will. But I think that movie was original to itself, original to the story. Clearly, it's not the third of a trilogy. They weren't going to make another one after that.
Brett
But
Favre wasn't available.
Brett Favre was not.
That's true. That is true.
Facts.
Yeah, and Ben Stiller in that movie, I think, did a fantastic job.
When he gets his schlong stuck in his lip, sort of.
Oh,
That'll never. That's something that'll never do.
you got a bleeder.
Right.
You gotta drink the beans above the Frank.
Over here, look at this.
That's so funny. That part is.
Yeah.
That scene lives in infamy.
I mean,
in the comedy world.
I will say, how many times, if we're going to quote something, you hear us out here, and it's going to make me a horrible person because I am. When you see, you see my winner.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I love that retard.
Right.
I was going to go there, but how many times have you said that?
It's good.
Baseball.
Yeah. Except they don't call it a baseball. They call it something else. Whispers in here. And then next thing you hear, have you seen my Wiener? And he just, I mean, again, I don't think those type of jokes and lines can be written in a movie today.
What was that?
Or
kid's
hair
name?
gel.
What was that kid's name? Remember that kid's name? What was that kid's name?
Even in the movie,
The challenged brother.
Warren?
Warren.
The reason I bring that up is how many movies have we watched and said, "Oh, they have a character, Frank Pink," just like our friend Brian.
That is right.
That's our friend Brian in this movie.
Yeah. Yes, that is accurate.
Oh, that's Brian in every movie.
Yeah, we have Brian in every movie.
That's awesome.
Have you seen my Wiener?
That's what made me think of it. Have you seen my wiener?
Oh my God, that's Brian.
But yeah, no, I mean,
That's
again, it's probably another movie that I really can't watch start to finish anymore. But because I've watched it when it came out, I watched it a lot. I thought it was hilarious when it came out. It still holds water. It still is funny. But again, it's parts of it are funny.
There's lines. I mean, there's lines that are quotable out throughout
Yeah,
that
both.
movie, both of them.
Yeah,
When it becomes the same thing over and over again. If you let it percolate for a while, you haven't seen it in a while, and it comes on. You're like, oh, I haven't seen this in a while. Oh yeah, that's really funny. I forgot about this part. I forgot about this part.
Yep.
But yeah, when you're watching 2 comedies a week, it can.
it's lost.
You can get there. Yeah, you definitely get so.
I mean, come on, dude. Yeah, I was just peeing too, and then when he picks up the hitchhiker, and he's like, "Well, what if somebody comes out with 6-minute abs instead of 8, 7 minutes?" He's like, "No, man, no, you can't do it in 6. You don't get his sweat worked up in 6, man. 7's the number." Turns out he's the killer, and that whole thing gets arrested, and then he trips over those dudes all having.
Yes, right.
All right, well, we'll come back and vote. Let's get back to. Do you have anything to say about this bourbon yet?
No, go,
No. After you, no. There you
Look,
go.
man, I'm
After
working
you,
so hard to
you
look
didn't
at
say
this.
anything in the first half. You said you were saving it up for this half. After you, my friend.
Well, thanks. Yeah, you know what? I like this pairing of the cigar and the bourbon together. I think I did mention a little while ago that right off the riff, if you will, I didn't care for the bourbon. Like, it didn't hit the notes that I was looking for, that is on my palate. But the cigar and maybe a little bit of the chill, but it really is right after I took a couple of draws of the cigar. It kind of sweetened up or
Yeah.
changed up that flavor profile for me.
it really does.
And I'm enjoying it a lot more. I would say high rise aren't always my style anyway, but I'm enjoying it much more. Like, I think it's a great pairing because they're working in contrast, but yet complementary at the same time.
By the way, you bring up another point that I want to ask you guys who are using ice cubes about. Now that it's got a little water in it and a little cooler, how's it taste? And by the way, you can see the
Yeah.
esters and the
I
fatty
mean,
acids floating
look at the
there.
difference in color
Oh yeah.
when you get to it.
Yeah, because that cooling is pulling those things out.
I think it's better.
I mean, yeah.
This one's getting better with the ice for me.
Now, how much of it do you think is because of the cooling, and how much is it because the high proof is watered down, or is it a combination?
I think the water down. Right, I'm not a big high proof fan
Right.
anyway, so this helps me a lot. I do like the combo though. It's better with the cigar for sure.
I will say, I think this is the first time I've tried this neat though. Every other time has been on a cube. So, and I honestly, I think I prefer it neat than I do on a cube.
Yeah, so Oz and I made commitment. We're always going to try it neat, so there's a contrast. To be fair, we're on the same page here. When we're drinking bourbon just for enjoyment, we almost never have it. We call it a big cube for the most part.
Yep.
There's a couple that we're going to have neat because we've learned that neat is better.
Yep.
But we generally prefer a bigger cube, just to cool it. For me, it's mostly for the cooling and less for the watering down. But I like it cooled down just a little bit.
Yeah, I like it chilled. It's less the water in it. It is the temperature. Like, I like it a little bit chilled.
What do you think?
for having it for the first time. I actually really enjoy this a lot. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to pick up a bottle after this and keep it in rotation.
I always
It's really good. But like you said, I think if I try it with an old fashioned, I think it's gonna be dead on the money. Perfect.
Yeah, it's one of the best I've ever made old fashioned.
Yeah, we have to do another Perdomo at some point, like a champagne.
Sure.
This is there's such a good manufacturer. Nick, need you on the show, buddy. This is such a good cigar. It's such a good and it's such a good story about where they came from.
Well, and I like the fact that they're doing everything themselves in house, and from grow to finish, and I think that's important part of it and worthy of support. But the price point that you mentioned,
Yeah.
$68.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
sure, I'll take a box of these.
Well, we ready for a vote?
Sure. Let's do it.
That's fine. I'm gonna start over being.
I gotta go Goldmember. I love that movie. I know it's probably against the curve of everyone else.
No, it's your
It's
vote.
on you.
It's on you, baby.
Don't throw us down the
I'm
river just because
I'm
you want
gonna throw
to.
you down the river.
Okay. I mean,
You do you, baby.
I'm loving this.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the record, though, I'm really loving this.
Yeah, that's.
They're both great individually, and it's a good
fuck
pairing.
you. No, fuck me.
Fuck you, fuck me.
Is your mother that much? You're going the right way for a slap bottom. I don't care who knows it.
all right, I'll count it.
Twins, Basil. Twins.
I truly do enjoy both of these movies. I'm gonna go something about Mary. It's the original. It's not the third in the trilogy where they used two other ones to get to there. So I'm gonna keep something about Mary in here as the original fight.
Just for the record, Beyonce wasn't in the first two.
It's true.
I get it.
No surprise here. Goldmember.
All right, I'm gonna go something about Mary.
Sorry, Jess. Sorry, Jess. Goldmember's out.
Oh, you need someone to cry on to?
In all defense, neither one of these I think are going to go very far.
That's what happened. All right. Next matchups. Here's our options: Airplane, Office Space, Tommy Boy, Step Brothers,
That's a real tough one.
and Monty Python and Ted.
Airplane.
Airplane and Office Space. Oh, that's a matchup.
Which one? Airplane Office Space?
Airplane, Office Space.
That vote now.
No, you can't vote.
I'm gonna vote now too, and I think I'm gonna vote the same as you, Oz.
Well, defense.
Thanks for joining us. Like and subscribe. Make sure you see us on YouTube. The link will be, if you're watching this, if you see the link on Facebook, we're now putting the link to YouTube instead of watching on Facebook because we don't get any credit for that. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's a good hobby for us. We're having a good time. So like and subscribe. See you on YouTube. Until we see you next time. Keep your sticks lit. Keep your spirits high. Cheers.
Cheers.
Woo!